And remember, if I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. I have lentils. This is the grain variety, meaning I didn't buy them in a can. Here's about maybe a cup and 1/4 to a cup and a half. I have a little bit more available. I washed them already. You have to wash them. I have some shrimp peel ready to be cooked. You can use water, but I decided to go with broth, using vegetable broth. I don't like it with sodium because I like to control the salt. I have a lemon here because I'm going to use a little bit of the squeeze. A little bit of onions, maybe about tablespoon and a half. Half a carrot, chop it. Some celery, chop it. You know, it's not a whole lot. It's used to you taste about 1/4 cup of tomato, which I grind, chop into pieces. You can grind it too. I made you on tomato sauce. I just got tomatoes. Some extra virgin olive oil. You're going to need it. Ground black pepper, smoked paprika, turmeric. You're going to have them handy. You're not going to be using a lot of this stuff, but you're going to use it to taste and color. Some ground cumin. Some of you don't like cumin, so let's call it optional, but I'm going to use some. And some salt. Trying to use the fine type of salt, not the ones in chunks. You need about 3 or 4 teeth of garlic, which you're going to smash. So you have a relatively deep pot or pan, whatever you want to call it. I have it at high heat just to heat it up. Let me put it a couple notches above medium now. Some extra virgin olive oil. Just a little bit. And then what you're going to do, you're going to put your shrimp. And I like to sear the shrimp a little bit at first. And when you're doing that, you can actually add some of that onion too. But you want to sear this a little bit first. Give it some color, see? Start getting that color. And what you do is, you grab some of the onion, move this aside. And you add some of the garlic. And what you're doing is you bring in the flavor, you're enhancing the flavor from the get-go. Start mixing things up. Grab some of the lemon, squeeze it. Just a little bit, just a few drops, you know? You don't go crazy. See how little lemon I use? Just a tiny bit. Squeeze it. Mix things around a little bit. Play with the flavors. Put a little bit of that tomato. Then what you do is put a little bit of that smoked paprika, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Put on top. It's a color and flavor. Turmeric, about 1/8. Because you don't want this to turn crazy color. You put too much, the color change. Then what you're going to do is mix things up, mix those flavors. Doesn't have to look pretty or anything like that. Pepper, a little bit now. Some cumin, if you want to. And then you put a tiny bit of salt, just just a tiny bit, just to give it the initial touch. So you're mixing those flavors, see how it's looking? Then what you do is put the two vegetables there too. Okay, mixing things up. Mixing things up. And if I had water, I would have put it now to create the broth. But frankly, I already have my broth there, already done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these babies in, the lentil. Move them around for a few seconds. See how they're looking? Few seconds, no much, no more. Bring you broth. Let it cook for a little bit before you cover it. You give it a taste. And if you feel that you're going to need more salt, you just add a little bit more if you need to. And then you move things around a little bit. See how much broth or liquid I put? I can see the top, but not enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it. I'm going to lower just a couple notches above medium. I'm going to let it cook for about 10 minutes, come back and take another look to see if I want to cook it more. But I'm going to start with 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes. I know it's not ready, but I just wanted to illustrate something to you. You know, you have to make sure the carrots are cooked. These carrots are pretty much done. But it's beyond that. You also have to check the lentil. They have to be soft. This one is not there yet. So lower the heat to a notch below medium. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook this for another 10-15 minutes. I'm going to be looking, I'm going to be checking it out, but I think I'm another 10 or 15 minutes and see what happens. It's already been 10, so another 10 to 15 minutes might be appropriate. Cover up again. Continue the journey. So it's been another 10 minutes for a total of 20. This is almost done. But you know what? I'm going to put it at low, lower the heat to low, and let it go for another 5 minutes. So after an extra 5 minutes of cooking, for a total of 25 minutes, see how beautiful it looks? And you start transferring some of this in here. Make sure the shrimp goes there too. The carrots and other vegetables. And you're going to blend this for about a minute or so. And you're going to blend it. I see. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? Creamy. Smells delicious. Nutritious. Perfect.